Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes, and we have a story about everybody's favourite polling company, Ipsos Mori. This, of course, is a company that was paid over £5 million by the Scottish Government, not the SNP, but which always found in favour of the SNP for quite some time, and especially on the run-up to the election. And there's now questions being asked as to why it was so far at variance with all the other pollsters. At one point, even being 10% in favour SNP, when the reality was it was a lot worse the other way. Now they're saying that it may have been that the methodology was wrong, or possibly that there was a conspiracy, or possibly there was a different conspiracy, or possibly just no conspiracy at all, and they just felt that this was the right numbers. They'd been misled by the maths. Maybe the people were lying. There's all sorts of variants, but we're going to quickly go through them. First of all, let's do conspiracy number one. Conspiracy number one is the SNP are the paymasters, and they're making a lot of money off the SNP. So obviously they want to keep the SNP happy. They don't want the SNP thinking, oh, I don't like those results, and going off and finding a different pollster. So that's why they artificially increased the numbers for the SNP. That has a ring of truth about it. There's conspiracy theory number two. Number two is an odd conspiracy theory. It's that out and about and away from the fact that they wanted to please the SNP, they were actually pro the SNP and deliberately, and without the SNP's knowledge, raised the numbers to try to trick people into Scotland in thinking the SNP was so popular, and therefore it wasn't hardly worth voting against them, and thus trying to have a self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't think that's as likely, but it's still not impossible. Now, the first thing I said was their methodology. They tended to ask people in clumps. So they would go to a town and ask, go to a town and ask, go to a town and ask. They would concentrate in areas rather than trying to spread it out. This is great if you're wanting where the methodology would be to do certain cohorts. Absolutely, it's a brilliant way of doing it via cohorts. But for something over a general election, not so much. So it may have been this methodology problem. Or, of course, there was no conspiracy whatsoever, and it was the people of Scotland saying, oh yeah, SNP, mate, SNP, and artificially changing it to make Ipsos look stupid. I don't think that's the case, and only because all the other ones were spot on, within 1% or 2%. Unless the people of Scotland just don't like Ipsos. I mean, there's that. It is French after all. Who knows? But there are these people within the SNP who are now questioning this. They're saying, should we continue to use Ipsos given how inaccurate they are? Ipsos, of course, are cacking their pants and thinking, no, we need the money, because they're still the go-to people when it comes to polling. And outside of the party, the other parties outside of the parliament, other parties are saying, why is the government paying Ipsos? Surely it should be a party matter, number one. And number two, if we are going to hire a company to do this kind of polling, can we at least get one that understands what it's trying to do and actually gets accurate figures? That'd make a change, wouldn't it? What it is, I don't know. I can't say. Conspiracy 1, conspiracy 2, bad methodology. They're the three likely ones. Well, takes your money, really. You can pick whichever one you want. Personally, I think it could be a mixture of all three. Some kind of weird, stirred up trifle, if you will, where everyone conspired. A conspiracy involving the SNP government. Who'd have thunk it? Anyway, there we go. So you have this totally inept party, paid lots and lots of money, and it comes up with complete and utter electoral bullshit. Sound familiar? Thanks for watching. Bye.